So how about that Nintendo Direct, huh? Pretty good stuff. Mind you, I haven't watched Xboxes, but I would say Nintendo... I said they had a shot to really take home this holiday season, and I think they grabbed the bulls by the horn. So we're going to talk about my 5 biggest takeaways, as well as just a little stream of conscious as random thoughts pop into my head. So we have a short of this coming out. It might already be out probably. So if you want this in bite-sized format, go ahead and check out the short. So my 5th biggest takeaway was that it doesn't look like we have to worry about the last year of the Switch. A lot of people remember the Wii and the Wii U's lifespan being pretty terrible. You know, a lot of people have documented as Wii U owners. It was rough those last couple of months as we waited for the Switch to take over the gaming world. It's looking like the Switch is going to get to go out on a pretty high note. Just off the top of my head, there's Professor Layton, Pokemon ZA, Donkey Kong Country returns again, right? And Metroid Prime 4. So, the Nintendo Switch looks to have a pretty strong going away party. That's just the major games that I know about. I'm sure, I think also Dragon Quest 1 and 2, right? So, it's got a pretty beefy lineup. If you're a Switch owner, 2025 looks like it's still going to be a pretty good year, even for Switch owners. Number 4 is going to be Mario Party. It's just in the middle of a renaissance. It's in the middle of a revival. It's had 2 good showings on the Switch already with Super Mario Party and Mario Party All-Stars. And Super Mario Party Jamboree looks like it's going to pick the torch up from those 2 and carry it very gracefully. And if they did this for every Mario Party game moving forward, I'm fine with that. A lot of people were wondering, okay, Mario Party All-Stars was kind of a celebration of the N64 era of Mario Party. Many people predicted we would either get straight up a new Mario Party or a Mario Party All-Stars that celebrated the GameCube era. A lot of people look very fondly on the GameCube era, and I didn't catch a lot of GameCube references in this Direct. They specifically highlighted boards from Mario Party 1 and 2. So I think if this is how we're going to do it, like here's 5 new boards plus Mario Party 1 board plus Mario Party 2 board. Can't remember if there were mini games from the OG Mario Party games or if it's all new mini games, but I just think this is a phenomenal way to do a Mario Party game. I mean, this looks absolutely great. I'm sure me and Jessica will be picking this up, so maybe you guys can see us stream that. Number 3, Mario and Luigi. This is a series that has had a pretty rough past. I haven't really played them a lot. I wanted to play Partner in Time, and I wanted to play Bowser's Inside Story, but I haven't really got around to playing those games too much. But so I'm not the most definitive person to speak on this matter, but I know... Let me see if I can remember this. When we were transitioning from the 3DS to the Switch, one of the Mario and Luigi games could be Partners in Time, could have been Bowser's Inside Story. I can't really remember which one. But I believe one of those games got remade for the 3DS when the Switch had already come out or was coming out, and it basically flopped. And the company, I'm pretty sure, went bankrupt, right? So I think a lot of people thought Mario and Luigi was left for dead. I think a lot of people just assumed the only RPG Mario games we were getting are the Paper Mario games. So to see this come out of nowhere, like, guys, Mario and Luigi, alive and well, love the art style. It was such a good way to start the Direct of, like, it's not just going to be ports and remakes. We are going to have some bangers. I think this will inevitably get people excited. I even saw somebody say we're in the middle of a Mario RPG renaissance, We had Origami King, we had Thousand Year Door remake, and now we have this. So, yeah, I agree there too. Mario RPGs look like they're doing pretty well right now. Number 2, this is my favorite announcement. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Now, this game looks phenomenal. I am a big supporter of A Link Between Worlds. Easily a top 5 Zelda game for me. It really, in my opinion, it really perfected the 2D format or formula. And when I saw this, I thought, okay, this kind of looks like one of those 3DS, like the Find Me's, you know? And then Link got 8, Zelda got free. So we're playing as Zelda, right? And I was worried it was going to be a stealth-based game, but it's more of like a puzzle action game. And I think a lot of people were wondering, how could we go back to the... Not only the... How could we go back to like Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword? How could we go back to that era of Zelda? Let alone how could we go back to like Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, Link Between Worlds? How could we go back to that style of Zelda after Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild? I've seen so many people, I mean, people my age really do miss the 3D formulaic Zelda games, but I've seen a lot of people say, I don't want to go away from Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild because there's this, you can solve the puzzle any way you want to, right? Whereas maybe sometimes the 3D formulaic Zelda games could get in their own way of like, you have to solve the puzzle this way. This game, I think, perfectly fixes that with the Tri-Staff, or whatever they were calling it, where she can make echoes of, you know, pretty much everything. She can make echoes of tables, beds, enemies. No two players are going to have the same playthrough. So I feel like they really captured that Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild unique playthrough every time while putting it in the 2D environment. I cannot wait to play this. I think it's going to be masterclass. I don't know. We'll see where it ranks as far as all-time Zelda games, but needless to say, I think this just looks phenomenal. I think they knocked it out of the park. And number 1 is Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. The big thing I want to talk about here, guys, is it's getting a 2025 release date. They did not say the actual date, but they did say they're not talking about the Switch 2. Okay, so here's what we gotta ask ourselves. Does Nintendo not believe that Metroid Prime 4 is a strong enough launch title for the Switch 2? Or is this the next Breath of the Wild? And by that I mean, it's going to be released on the Switch and the Switch successor. Those are really the only two options. This game, the reason they haven't given us a release date, because I feel like almost every other 2025 game has a release date. I don't remember Pokemon ZA does or not, but in this direct, like Donkey Kong Country got a January 16th, right? So is it that we do not believe Metroid Prime 4 will sell enough to launch with the Switch successor? Or is it the other way around? We believe so much in this, we're dropping it on the Switch and the Switch successor. That's what I want to see. And who knows when we'll get concrete information on whether this is a simultaneous release of Metroid Prime 4 or if this is like the Switch's swan song. So guys, that was the Nintendo Direct. There were plenty of other awesome stuff in the Direct that we didn't talk about here today. Adding Perfect Dark with online multiplayer, that looked really cool. And you know, the things we talked about in this video were just the things that were fresh on my mind. So let me know down below, guys, what were your big takeaways? Did Nintendo steal the year with this announcement? And we know that later in the year they're going to announce the Switch 2. So the holiday season looks jam-packed for Nintendo, and 2025 looks even brighter. So, yeah, I get it. I'm not whatever. You can call us a Nintendo fanboy, but I really do think, look, when you watch Sony State of Play and then you watch the Nintendo Direct, the only thing really missing was Nintendo launching a new IP, but I don't think anybody expects Nintendo to really do a new IP this late in the Switch's lifespan, right? New IPs, we probably won't see a new IP till the Switch successor actually launches, so I think they killed it. I think, guys, this was probably the best Direct they could have possibly done. A new Zelda, a new Metroid, a new Mario Party, a new Mario and Luigi game. Third-party support still strong. Really good remakes and ports. New games coming over like Stray. That was I want to say a PlayStation exclusive. We're getting the Lego Horizon Zero Dawn. So I think for this to be the going out Nintendo Direct for the Switch, it pretty much had everything you could ask for. The only thing else I would have wanted would have been Mario Odyssey DLC. Just like a farewell, here's you one more kingdom or something. But that's why I have to give it like a 9 out of 10, right? Because Merry Christmas Land, so close. All we needed was that DLC for Mario Odyssey. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Hopefully you love that Direct as well. Let me know down below, and we can talk about this Direct. Peace out, everybody.